She wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something impossible to overlook about her, a bold mix of emotional intensity, confidence, and raw screen magnetism. Melis Sezen didn't simply enter Turkish entertainment. She asserted her presence, transforming early artistic training into one of the most talked about and daring acting journeys of her generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Melis Sezen was born on January 2nd, 1997, in Istanbul, Turkey. Long before major sets and leading roles, she was drawn to performance and self-expression, showing early interest in theater and acting. She pursued formal training at Koç University, where she studied theater, developing a strong technical foundation alongside emotional awareness and stage discipline. Her acting journey began with supporting roles in television series, gradually building experience and visibility. Early appearances in projects such as Hayat Tatlıdır and Sia Insi helped her gain confidence on screen, but it was her role as Darren in the psychological drama Sadakatsiz that catapulted her into the spotlight. The series became a massive hit, and her fearless portrayal of a complex, emotionally volatile character sparked widespread discussion and recognition. Rather than being defined by that success, Melis continued to challenge expectations. She expanded her range with roles in projects like Ya İstiklal Ya Oğlum, where she stepped into a historical narrative, and later in Gülsüm'ü, portraying characters shaped by trauma, strength, and contradiction. Each role demonstrated her willingness to embrace emotional risk and complexity rather than comfort. Melis's approach to acting is marked by intensity and commitment. She gravitates toward characters with psychological depth, moral ambiguity, and emotional extremes, often pushing boundaries in both performance and public perception. This boldness has made her one of the most distinctive actresses of her generation. Off-screen, Melis's public image blends individuality with high fashion visibility. She's a regular presence at international fashion events and major brand campaigns, known for daring style choices that reflect her expressive personality. Rather than blending in, she consistently uses fashion as a form of artistic extension. Her lifestyle mirrors her creative drive. She values physical movement, emotional exploration, and personal freedom, maintaining routines that support both mental and artistic stamina. While her personal life has occasionally drawn media attention, she remains focused on her work and self-development, allowing her performances to speak louder than headlines. Melis's influence extends beyond television. With a strong social media following and growing international attention through streaming platforms, she has become one of the most recognizable and discussed names in modern Turkish drama. Her estimated net worth reflects earnings from acting, endorsements, and fashion collaborations, built through visibility, risk-taking, and consistency. What truly sets her apart is fearlessness. Melis does not shy away from flawed, controversial, or emotionally raw characters. She leans into discomfort, embraces transformation, and prioritizes artistic expression over predictability. That courage defines her trajectory. As of 2026, Melis Sezen stands not only as a leading actress, but as a symbol of bold evolution and unapologetic individuality in contemporary entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a presence about him, a quiet intensity and emotional depth that made audiences pause and feel every scene more deeply. Aras Bulut Iynemli didn't simply enter Turkish entertainment. He built his reputation role by role, transforming raw potential into one of the most respected acting careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Aras Bulut Iynemli was born on August 25, 1990, in Istanbul, Turkey. Unlike many who plan their path toward acting from childhood, Aras initially focused on education, studying aircraft engineering at Istanbul Technical University. Yet even during his academic years, his natural charisma and strong screen presence began opening doors in modeling and advertising, gradually pulling him toward the world of performance. His acting journey began with the youth drama Oil Bur Geyser Zaman Ki, where he portrayed Mida Karsu. The emotional complexity he brought to the role immediately caught public attention, proving that he possessed rare dramatic instincts even as a newcomer. That breakthrough laid the foundation for a career defined by bold choices and powerful storytelling. Rather than staying within one character type, Aras consistently challenged himself. In Matizm Yüzyıl, he stepped into the historical world as Seyit Saad Beyazıt, delivering a performance filled with intensity and royal conflict. Later, in I Serd, he portrayed Umut Yilmaz, navigating a layered narrative of loyalty, identity, and revenge. The series became a massive success and further cemented his status as a leading man capable of carrying emotionally demanding roles. His transformation into Yamak, Kakavali, and Cukur marked another turning point. The gritty crime drama showcased his ability to portray vulnerability, rage, and responsibility all at once. Yamak became one of the most iconic characters in modern Turkish television, and Aras carried the role with controlled power and authenticity for multiple seasons. On the big screen, he expanded his range even further. His portrayal of a father in the film Seven, Kogastaki Mukai's deeply moved audiences and achieved international recognition through global streaming platforms. The film's emotional weight demonstrated his capacity to connect with viewers far beyond Turkey's borders. Aras's approach to roles reflects precision and commitment. He selects projects that demand emotional transformation rather than surface-level performance. Instead of repeating familiar formulas, he gravitates toward characters who struggle, evolve, and confront moral conflict. This careful balance between mainstream appeal and artistic depth keeps his career dynamic and respected. Off-screen, Aras maintains a composed and private image. He avoids unnecessary publicity and rarely overshares personal details, choosing instead to let his work define his public identity. His lifestyle reflects discipline and focus, centered around preparation, fitness, and continuous growth as an actor. Although his relationships have occasionally attracted media interest, he consistently redirects attention toward his craft. Within the industry, he is described as hardworking, humble, and deeply invested in understanding the psychology of his characters. Aras's influence now extends beyond Turkish television. With strong international streaming numbers and a loyal fan base across multiple countries, he's become one of Turkey's most bankable male stars. His estimated net worth reflects consistent earnings from television, film, and select brand endorsements, built steadily through long-term credibility rather than short-lived hype. What truly sets him apart is transformation. From emotional youth dramas to historical epics, crime thrillers, and heartfelt cinema, Aras Bulut Iynemli continuously evolves. He embraces risk, seeks intensity, and prioritizes meaningful storytelling over comfort. That determination quietly shapes every phase of his journey. As of 2026, Aras Bulut Iynemli stands not only as a leading actor, but as a symbol of depth, versatility, and modern Turkish stardom. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.